Good afternoon, friends and neighbors. We are at the Gorges, well, I guess just Gorges State Park in North Carolina. We came up here, got here late this afternoon, 3-ish and 3:30. Set the camper up and got a snack, and we're now walking up the road to a trail that goes down to waterfalls. Waterfalls, that's it. All right, we'll let you see it when we're there.
TTFN.
All right, we got off the road just now. It was a 0.6 mile walk up the road from the campsite, and it was uphill, so we get to go downhill on the way back. But anyway, we've cut off on the trail. I think this is only 0.2 down and then 0.2 back up. But today's Monday, March 24th. What time is it, babe? It's in the 50s. 5:45? It's 5:45. So we're gonna come down here. Anyway, I was telling you about the temperature. So it's in the 50s. It rained this morning, but it's cleared off now. It's a little cloudy, but perfect weather for a evening walk. We'll show you the falls when we get down there. All right, we came down this overlook. That's where the trail ended. You can see Bear Wallow Falls.
Yep, so here's the bathroom facility at Gorges State Park. So you can tell it's very new park. Everything's still very new looking. We have 5 of these small cabins here that you can rent. We peeked in the windows, and basically what you get there is a heated and air-conditioned bunk room set up with 2 rooms with bunks and twin beds, all twin beds. You get the fire pit, the picnic table. So, you know, you could probably put a family of 6 in there, something like that. Here's your showers and bathroom facility. Very nice. But we're heading back around to where our camp spot is. All right, it's Wednesday morning, the 25th of March. And we're getting ready to set off for a hike from here at the campsite. So we're looking at a beautiful day. In the 60s probably for a high today. It feels great out here right now. But anyway, we'll show you what we see.
All right, we hiked up the road about half a mile
From the campground.
from where the camper is. And this is the parking lot for the Rainbow Falls Trail, which is down there. We will do that. Yeah, we can hear it. And we are going to hike that, but not today. Today we're going to take this gravel road and join up with some other trails that are in here. There's just kind of a lot of them. The Foothills Trail goes through here, and we through hiked through here in 22, 23, we did 22. But anyway, so we came through here, and but it's this park is not got a lot of access. Most of the park is just wilderness sort of area. But yeah, we're gonna go down this gravel road and hit another trail and just kind of wander around in here all day. We're trying to get some elevation hikes in. That's one of the reasons we came on this trip, because it was kind of a last minute thing, but we're like, we only have 2 months to get ready to get back on the AT. So we needed to hike some stuff with some elevation. So came up here for a couple of days. All right, show you stuff when we get there. All right, we're still hiking down this road, this gravel road. It has some really steep parts, which that's what we wanted. But we're still on the gravel road. We stopped here because through the trees, you're not gonna be able to see it, but we can see Lake Jocassee through there. So it's down, may not show up on camera. But yeah, so we're going to try to hike them down to where the Foothills Trail crosses here. I'm not sure how far that is, but anyway, we're 2 miles on this road. We've been 2 miles on this road so far, plus the half-mile from the campsite. So it's about, I would say it was 70 degrees maybe, high 60, 70. So we shed some layers, and beautiful day. Sun, blue skies, nice breeze. It's wonderful. Wonderful Tuesday. It's about 12:15.
All right, so there's looking back up at Chestnut Mountain Road. That's the one we came across from the state park and our campground, and we've walked there. And that's about a little under 3.5 miles, 3.4 miles or so to get to this intersection from the Rainbow Falls trailhead parking lot. So we're figuring things out, but we believe we go this way to hit the Foothills Trail. So we're taking a piece of the Auger Hole Trail over to the Foothills Trail, we think. We'll let you know. We'll let you know here in a minute. All right, about 4 miles from camp, from the camper, back in the park. We've come out on this big transmission line coming through here. We've been dropping down since we hit the top of Chestnut Mountain and came down into that gap. Then we've had to climb a little bit to get over here. We're kind of going across on this is Auger Hole Trail, but it's still an old, this is not quite as used. They don't have any gravel on this one. So they closed this one off. They don't let the Jeep traffic on this one. But this is the Auger Hole Trail in Gorges State Park. So you can look at it on the trail map. We're doing that small section, heading down toward the Foothills Trail junction. So it ends at the Foothills Trail, the Auger Hole Trail, I believe. We'll confirm that when we look at the map. Pretty nice view out here. It's just a gorgeous day. All right, we just hit the Foothills Trail. We came down from up there, from the Auger Hole Trail, and this is where the Auger Hole Trail meets the Foothills Trail right here at mile 43.7 from Oconee, 32.5 back to Table Rock to the right, Oconee's to the left, as you can see. So we're about a little over 5 miles from where we're camped in the state park at our campsite. And it's been a lot of steep downhill here in the last bit, so we're looking forward to walking back. But we'll do what we have to do. But anyway, this is the Foothills Trail. Looking eastbound in this direction and then westbound in this direction. We're gonna look for a place to sit down.
A little shady place.
Something in the shade. So we're gonna walk up.
We know there's nothing shady that way for a while.
No, we've been coming down.
Yeah, there's.
It's just been a really steep old road bed. We're still on some old road bed here, but we're out on this power line. Anyway, we're heading back towards Oconee, westbound on the trail, Foothills Trail. So we'll find a place and sit down for a minute.
All right, we walked about 0.3, I guess, down the Foothills Trail, looking for some place just to sit down, and found this. Just finished up eating some lunch. So, and you can see trail maintainers have been through here. This part of the Foothills Trail's only been back open since the hurricane. It's only been back open for about 2 weeks. So, thank you, trail maintainers. But we sat on that log over there and ate some salami and cheese and crackers and coconut bars and had a good lunch. Now got the 5.5 or so mile hike back to the campsite. See you down the trail.
All right, we're back where the Auger Hole Trail takes off here from the Foothills Trail. This is where we came down to the trail, so we're heading right back up. And we will be climbing mostly, so you can see how steep this is. So we've got a lot of climbing to do here and there. There's a few downhills too, but I know we got to climb right here, so we'll check in later. All right, we've made it over back to well, we found out this is called Turkey Pen Gap, where this road, the Chestnut Mountain Road, comes down and hits the Auger Trail. And we just got back to here, so we got to go back up this gravel road right in front of us. And looking at the map, we also discovered that this road up here that goes to the left goes over and hits the Foothills Trail as well. So, and if you go to the right, probably in about 5 more miles that way on the Auger Hole Trail, you would end up at the, what is it, the Grassy Knob? What's it called? The other trailhead in the park. I can't think of the name of it. Grassy Creek, something like that. But anyway, there's another parking lot that's got a different entrance. But that's Gorges State Park, straight ahead. So we'll be going right back up this climb up over Chestnut Mountain. And this trail right here leads to the Foothills Trail as well. So we got a little bit better map going now than we had. Anyway, we got a climb to make, so we'll get. Yep. Yep. All right, we'll check in later. All right, it's a little after 5 and we've just passed 9 miles total on our out and back. And we are finally back into some easy hiking so far after all that climbing we did for a couple miles. We're about 1,300 feet higher than we were when we ate down on the Foothills Trail. So we basically climbed up, well, walked down and then climbed back up the Blue Ridge Escarpment, or part of it. All right, we finally made it to the paved road where the Rainbow Falls trailhead parking is, where we were this morning. So we got about a half mile to go on the paved road back over to the campsite. Chestnut Mountain Road is quite the little walk, so good training for us. So here we are at the other end. All right, we're back up around 3,000 feet. So we did about 1,400 feet of gain over that 5.5 miles or so from where we ate. So we did about a little more than a 5.5 out and back, a little more than 11 total miles. It's about 6:15. Took us about 7 hours to do it with all our breaks and resting, coming up the hill and everything. But we're glad to be back here in the campground.
Showered. Well, I don't know what order. Showered, tacos, wine and beer.
Yep.
Sleep.
All right. Awesome. $11.2 miles. And we figured our chairs would blow away, but they're still here. Anyway, good day.
Great day. Awesome.
And that's a wrap. Back to site 25. All right, here we are on another beautiful day, March 26, 2025, here at Gorges State Park, and we're up in the Rainbow Falls Trailhead parking lot today. We've already checked out of our campsite in the campground, and so we're going to do this hike down to, or up to, I'm not sure which way it goes, to the Rainbow Falls.
And Turtleback Falls.
And then Turtleback Falls is also on the same trail, so we'll probably walk on down to it. Should be maybe 3 or 4 mile total. I wouldn't think it'd be more than 5. So I'm just not sure how far it is from Rainbow to Turtleback. So we'll check in, but we're getting ready to hit the trail. Beautiful day. It's probably going to be in the 60s again up here. So we'll enjoy it.
So I don't know if you can see it, but this is kind of a better big map of the park. And so that's where we are right now. The campground's right over here. So yesterday we walked down to here. And we took this gravel road right here and took it on around here. And right here we got on that auger hole trail and came down to the Foothills Trail. And then we went back. So that was our hike yesterday. Today we're going to do Rainbow Falls out to here, and then up Turtleback Falls and then back. Should be about a 4 mile, 3.9, 4 mile day. But as you can see the park, this is where you come in. off of the highway 281, but there's really nothing out in here but trails and stuff. There is another entrance up here that gets you to some of those trailheads, and so there's not really anything that joins them up in between there. But anyway, that's kind of a map. Hope you can see it okay. We're gonna be hiking Rainbow Falls. Here we go.
Yep, well, the trails very well maintained with gravel. It's pretty wide. So far so good. You can hear the waterfall from here. Such a big one. So we will show you what we see as we go, but this is what it's looking like so far. Beautiful morning. Looks like it could be dangerous up here. So we're now going out of the state park. I believe we're going on to into Pisgah National Forest. So anyway, we'll keep our eye out for all the danger, but so far, very cruisy. All right, we're a little over a mile in, and we're now beside the, I guess this is the river, the Horse Pasture River, but the trail is going over some rugged terrain alongside the river now. So we're probably just a few tenths away from Rainbow Falls. So we'll fill you in a minute when we get there. All right, we've made it to Rainbow Falls. So we've been walking up the river on the trail, and we've gotten here, so it's a nice one. All right, we've made it up to Turtleback Falls. Still on the Horse Pasture River. So we went up river from Rainbow Falls, and here we are. There's some stairs where you can come down, or a trail that comes down over there that you can get out on that and slide down it, but Debbie, I'm holding her back. She's I don't know the official name of this falls, but we used to call it Bust Your Butt Falls. I came here in 1977 and camped out with some guys from college and slid down that left-hand side of the river on the rock and splashed in. First thing in the morning, that's how we woke up that camping trip. It was a lot of fun. But you can't go over there now. They've got it blocked off. It's on private property, evidently. So anyway, we're heading back. Yeah, used to come here and, well, came here a couple times in college, but I camped here one time. It's a little steep coming out of here. All right, we'll check in later. It takes about 3.5 hours to do, I don't know, 4.2 or 3 miles, 4.2, 4.3. So we're back at the trailhead parking lot here in the Gorges State Park. So 4.5 miles. So we took a lot of breaks and looked at the falls. We saw 4 named falls and a lot of other small falls. Anyway, it was a great hike, and we will take a break up here at our camper and head home. So we've enjoyed our stay here at Gorges State Park. We want to come back. We recommend it. So until next time.